A small request before starting the video. If you love the channel's topic, then subscribe to the channel now and press the bell icon next to it. Because one of your subscriptions encourages me to make better videos. YNR The rinse May 4th, Victor uses Patty to break Jack and Diane and it could spiral fast. In the May 4th episode of The Young and the Restless, Victor set a plan in motion that trades precision for volatility. By using Patty to keep Jack and Diane apart, he chose a tactic built on instability rather than control. It advances his feud quickly, but it also introduces a force he cannot fully manage, setting the stage for consequences that could spread beyond his target. Victor's strategy turned volatile. Victor, Eric Braeden, did not hide his intent. He encouraged Patty, Stacey Hayduke, to insert herself between Jack, Peter Bergman, and Diane, Susan Walters, and to let her pursue Jack to destabilize the marriage. The approach is direct, but it depends on behavior that is inherently unpredictable. Patty embraced the role immediately. She leaned into her fixation on Jack and framed her actions as something inevitable rather than strategic. That eagerness is exactly what makes her effective in the moment and risky over time. Diane recognized the setup. She understood that Victor was behind it and that Patty's presence was not coincidental. Recognition, however, did not give her the leverage to stop it. Why the response feeds the plan. Jack is no longer operating from a place of repair. Patty's interference and Diane's distance push him toward frustration, and that frustration begins to shift his priorities. Instead of focusing on rebuilding trust, he begins looking outward for a way to strike back. Kyle, Michael Mealer, reinforced that shift. He offered to go after Victor directly, positioning retaliation as the more immediate solution. That changed the trajectory from a private relationship crisis to a broader strategic conflict. The more attention Jack and Kyle give to Victor, the less attention goes toward closing the gap with Diane. That imbalance plays directly into the outcome Victor is trying to create. Variable that Victor cannot control. Victor's plan relies on influence, but Patty is not an instrument that can be precisely directed. Her actions are driven by obsession and impulse, which makes her difficult to predict once she is set in motion. If she keeps Jack and Diane apart, the immediate objective is achieved. If she pushes beyond her intended goal, the consequences extend beyond the original goal and become harder to contain. Diane remains aware of the manipulation and continues to watch for an opening, but she is reacting rather than dictating. For now, Victor holds the advantage. The risk is that the same volatility he is using could shift against him without warning.